So today I'm going to be showing you how I clean my big green egg. Now I'm going to be cooking some brisket on here. I actually need to turn this thermometer off, running that battery dead. That's a wireless one I have. But I'm going to be cooking a brisket on here. That'll be in the next video. But I thought we'd just show you. So I finished the cook on here, and I actually was using the Blackstone. I cooked cookies. I need to do another one and film that. But all we're going to do is remove all the components. This right here is for the, you want to clean that. This is for the egg burter. I had it this way because that's how I do it when I cook pizzas. And I'll flip it this way when I do chicken or the brisket that I'm going to do and allow the air to go between the grate. Now all you really need to do to clean this, and I have this little handy tool here, right here. And I have a bucket over here that's actually got plenty of ashes in it. And let me go ahead and point you down here just a little bit. I'll bring you a little bit closer right over here. And all these have the bigger ones will have a different opening, but right here is where you can adjust the airflow. And then if you open it again, you actually have an opening there where you can take this thing in. And we're going to remove all of the ashes, or a good amount of them, you see. Kind of get in there, and you can use this to get them out. Now, I'm going to show you a little more of a deeper cleaning though today. That's good for most of the time. We'll close this for a minute. But I'm also going to remove some of this charcoal here. And you can actually get a plate that fits up in there. And then you can just pull it all out. But it's also $100, so probably should have gloves on when doing this, to be honest. But this is all the charcoal that I'd used. And you basically choke it out at the end of a cook, and then you can reuse this. But we're going to put it over here. Okay, let me go wash these. All right, and I wised up. I got me some gloves. All right, so what I got in here, like I said, what I did at the beginning is all you really need to do in between cooks, but every once in a while, if you want to do more of a deeper clean, you kind of want to remove some of this. And what you would do is, instead of removing the ashes, is you could just go ahead and knock all this dust down in here and then scrape it out like I had done. You want to make sure all these holes are open so that it gets oxygen, nothing stuck in there, or you will have not as good of oxygen during your cook. See there? I'm going to kind of clear all that out. And smaller pieces actually hinder the airflow. But every now and then we go ahead and do it a little deeper. So now we're going to take this thing out right here. And we just put them in the ashtray. And look at this. You got to make sure all these are open real good, or you will not be getting proper airflow. It'll smolder on you a little bit. All right. So now we've got these all opened up. We got that pretty well clean. Then down here, you've got some more that you can go ahead and use right here. Like you can see there. We'll take the bucket that's getting pretty full. And you can use that deal, or I'll just use my hand now. Just put it under there and push them out from inside here. Oops, got to open it. Getting these ashes out will also help with your airflow. So you need to do this frequently. At least get the ashes out. But we're doing a little detailed clean here because now we've got all those ashes out, as you can see here now. But we can go one step further. We're going to take this. So this has got this round deal we're going to remove. And look at there's some more hidden in there that we couldn't get to. Ooh, I didn't put the bucket under there. If you just do some small chicken, burgers, small cooks, you ain't got to go this detailed all the time. I'm fixing to do a brisket, and I just wanted to make sure we got it all cleaned up real good. Just like that. There's a little more in there. And you'll do the same with any size of egg that you have. And we'll just go ahead and put it together. You got to make sure you put this piece. I didn't do this one time and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't heating up properly. You need this to be at the beginning to where the opening is, where you let the airflow in. If you have it in the back or the sides, then this damper ain't going to do no good because it's going to be blocked. We'll put this one here. And we'll put that right there. And then we'll just go ahead and re-add charcoal in here. I've actually got a big piece I've been wanting to put in here. Put it in first. You can put some of these other bigger chunks on the bottom. And then we'll go ahead and disperse the rest of this in there. Mix that up. And then for lighting it, we're just going to put one of these little timber weeds in here. Because I am going to be doing a brisket. It's just a brisket flat, just a little 3-pounder. And then of course you'll let that burn and you put your grates on, clean your grates and all that. And when you do light this, you want to make sure the bottom's open. Of course, now we can shut it so the screen is there. You want to make sure the top's all the way open as well, just so you get proper airflow throughout the thing while it heats up. And that's pretty much it. That is how you clean the big green egg 100%. Like I said, you don't have to do the detailed every time, but it is good to do that once in a while. And if you have trouble heating it up, like it's not heating up properly, you might need to clean it. You may have too many ashes blocking the airways, too many small charcoals down there, and there you go. If you want to see the brisket, as soon as it's out, I will throw it up on this screen. It'll be out in a day or two after this one's released, so enjoy that one. I'll see you in the next one. It goes great on popcorn. Pop you some popcorn, throw this stuff on there. Heck yeah.